Hey, this is Zoe Williams of the Voice of Reason and Zoe What Morning shows here at Dash Radio. Listen, everybody on YouTube, you guys have been a tremendous support for my shows, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in every week and, participating. But I'm serious than a mug. We need your help on the GoFundMe campaign. We really want to do the VOR radio network, and I'm asking you personally, each and every one of you, we're over nearly 24,000 strong here on the channel. We need you to support by donating. Just click that little button down there and it'll take you directly to the GoFundMe campaign. It's gofundme.com/Zoe Williams. Anything you can do is greatly appreciated. It continues our movement. It continues our forward progress. And I appreciate you all who have already donated. If you can do it again, I thank you so much. Thanks again. Zoe What? I'm out.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Voice of Reason. I am Zoe Williams on Dash Talk. Listen, if you're having a difficult time getting to Dash Talk, it's really simple. All you got to do is go to DashRadio.com and then scroll all the way down to the bottom and you'll see Dash Talk Radio. We go live at 5 every Monday, Wednesday, Friday? So come on, join the discussion. Join the conversation. It's a real situation. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Let's just participate in a real conversation right now. Now, the Voice of Reason is a relationship show where we cover everything. We cover it all. We're not afraid to have any discussion on any topic as it pertains to how we relate to one another. So today is no different. And if you're just tuning in, you got to understand that I tend to, promote things before we get into the topics, right? I promote. I let everybody know this is what we're talking about. But before we get there, I got to promote some things. Number one, I've got to promote the Holographic Relationship, my new book coming out. The new book is coming out in September or November. Why are there two dates?
Especially with a month in between.
Because I'm editing.
That part.
I'm editing. And I'm hoping, yes. I just don't want her face to be obfuscated.
I got it.
Okay. But look.
It's
really going down. The editing process is a serious process for this book. Holographic Relationship, a deeper look at the connection between consciousness, God, and intimacy. No one has ever done a book like this. I'm telling you, I'm jumping off the cliff with a blindfold on this one. It's the follow-up to the Relationship Dismount, my book that came out in 2015, The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship, which is hot monkey lava. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's reading it. If you haven't read it yet, there are a couple of ways to get it. You can go to iBooks, right? For the digital situation.
Right.
You can go to Kindle for the digital situation. But if you want a physical copy, I have a few of those remaining. And you got to go to my website to get the physical copy. IamZoeWilliams.com. Frank, pull up the website. Click shop. It'll take you there. You can pre-order the holographic relationship. You can order a copy of the relationship dismount. Hell, you can get coaching. You can get all kind of stuff from my website. Now, we got to do some real business.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Today's topic, golly, coming from our peoples. We got a lot of listeners, a lot of fans, a lot of supporters of the show that rock with us. And I've opened it up for them to, give us suggestions, what they want to hear, what conversations they want covered. And one of our favorites, you see him, he be in here sometimes sitting behind me. Mm-hmm. His name is Chris.
Oh, this is Chris's idea?
Yeah, this is Chris's topic.
Okay.
Hey, Chris.
Never,
That's right.
The topic, man, crazy. Never trust a big booty and a smile. A deeper look at Black women, body shaming, and body dysmorphic disorder.
BDD.
Damn. You mean to tell me some women, sisters, like the racism has affected them so much that they would develop this disorder in order to keep changing themselves because they're not satisfied with who they are and they see themselves as imperfect and then it becomes this compulsive kind of disorder. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yikes. I got questions.
Hopefully we have some answers.
Gosh.
Right.
That's why I bring the ladies in here. True or false? Girls are overly concerned about weight and body shape. They strive for the perfect body and judge themselves by their looks, appearance, and above all, thinness. Get to your numbers. Get to the phone line, 323-230-4610. 323-230-4610. That's the number to dial. Oh, my God. Mimi, Tiffany, and, of course, Sarah just joined us. Oh,
hey.
Sarah was in this... Sarah was a professional model, so she knows this ugliness around all of this shit here.
Yeah, same.
With all the body enhancements available now, are Black women striving to enhance themselves because of a growing, socially educated self-hate for their bodies? That's ugly. Why do I even write these questions? That's ugly. Jesus. Is it that bad? Somebody call us 323-230-4610. Are you thinking of augmenting yourself in some way? Do you think you will love yourself more? How does surgery raise or enhance one's self-esteem? Oh my God. I'm a big girl. Why are you so upset that I don't hate my body? Wow. Yikes. I got curveballs. Hey. I know how to get the conversation started. What is the contemporary female ideal?
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck. Ladies.
Well, that's where you want to start?
Do Black women think they are the ugliest woman on planet Earth?
No.
Ugh.
No.
Does the world think that about you?
No. You know what? I think that there are some people that have a low self-esteem, and maybe that Black woman may not feel good about herself. But overall, Black people in general, or people in general, they love themselves and, you know what I mean? But they might try to change things that they don't like about themselves, but they love themselves. That's why they want to make the changes so they can feel better or make the things that make them feel imperfect a little bit more comfortable to themselves, whatever that is. And you know what I mean? So they love themselves, but they just are not happy. I got a big nose. I want to fix it. I got a flat chest. I need boobs.
But what about skin color? Because when I was in India last October, skin lightening creams were everywhere.
Right.
And growing in Africa.
And and then Africa's another market where it's selling like crazy. But specifically to my experience in India, not only was there skin lightening creams on the market just as is, but there's also skin lightening creams, skin lightening agents in the soap, in the cosmetics. It was kind of
in the soap
everywhere. Yeah, they have skin lightening soap.
Wow.
Wash the nigga off you.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
On the flip side, though, there is a growing market for now, like adding melanin to many beauty products. And I'm
but
pro-melanin.
it doesn't make your skin darker. It just adds the succulence.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like collagen.
Black skin.
Yeah.
Right, but then they have self-tanning lotions. Some people, like, every day they need to put that on because they need to be tanning. You know, they go to the tanning booths.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big business.
But only for white people. I mean,
Right.
I don't know any black people that go.
I will say there's
absolutely.
a huge market of mixed kids who look totally crusty in the wintertime. So there's a huge market of mixed kids who maybe get their natural glow from tanning beds, myself included.
Right, and I know someone. I mean, I don't personally do it. The sun does this thing, and I leave it there. I'm glad, but some people they tan because they want to look a certain way. They want to be darker, and then some people want to bleach themselves. They want to be lighter. But it's all about whatever their insecurities are. Those are all separate types of people.
What about the booty hunters, the girls who are hunting for the bigger booty? And it's happening to sisters a lot. Why? Sisters, I don't know. For me, sisters have always had the perfect shape. And all the shapes that they come in.
Right.
They've always been like, oh, okay, it's there. So I don't understand this incessant desire to add on to your booty. Like, well, I never saw the pictures of Nicki Minaj before the booty.
Free booty.
Right.
I've never seen those pictures. Could somebody post them on Twitter so I can get a look? Is that wrong to ask?
I can show you.
Cool.
No, yeah.
All right, cool.
Someone will show them.
But yeah,
Right.
I mean, like, why do you need more ass? I thought the sisters had ass on lock. And then the way the ass is put into they got like the really matchstick skinny legs and then PAT!
Right.
What is that?
Right. Looking crazy.
Gosh, and how can you tell the difference between a real ass and a fake ass?
Well, a personal trainer will tell you the difference is that, like, genetically speaking, how like glutes develop hamstrings to glute, like there's a ratio. So you should be able to tell like what a fake booty is compared to a real one based on like the shape and the development of your glutes and your hamstrings versus just your butt.
Right.
So like there's all these pictures online that will be like fake booty, real booty, like, and showing glutes and stuff. But to be honest, like, there's tons of African women who are actually built like that naturally, though, that just have like these outstanding. I have a personal friend that I was warned before I met her for the first time, like, yo, that booty though, like, you're gonna be distracted, and literally it stands out there on its own, like it is its own thing going on. So I don't know if there's a real way to say if it's fake or not, but I think it's more concerning why certain women are getting them in the first place.
Right. But I think that since there's been everyone's checking out booty back from Jennifer Lopez all the way through, Beyonce's and all the people that they say, Kim Kardashian, that have big booties, I think that it makes people want them more. They're looking at it. They say, oh, I want that. I want my booty to look like that, because they notice that guys are looking, and they're looking because they see it. They, they like what they're looking at, because you look better in your clothes if you're filling them out a certain way.
Right.
And see, back in the day, everyone wanted to be skinny because Barbie treatment was in, and now Barbie treatment is out, and now being voluptuous is in. So some people are not naturally voluptuous, so they want to try to get to that level on whatever that level is for them, though. Because everybody's different. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Some people might need some boobs, somebody might want some butt, but somebody might need a overhaul on that whole body, a tune-up, okay? Mama got everything, new engine. You know what I mean? Your front end. So it just depends on the person.
Well, I would say the issue is it's from commercialization. Anything that has been commercialized is what women and society have really attuned their eyes to. What you see repeatedly is what you are attracted to. So that's why they always say, like, you're attracted to people who look like your mom or like your dad or whatever, because it's what you repeatedly see becomes your type. So that is just a behavioral thing, how like our mirror neurons work in our brain. Whatever you repeatedly see is what you're attracted to. And so if something's overly commercialized, then we're just more likely to be attracted to that. The issue is, even when you say curvy and voluptuous, that is not the curvy, that is really curvy. Because I've been a plus size model for 6 years, and it's a struggle because I'm really not plus size, period. I've never worn a plus size clothing in my life. But it's like plus size in the industry is anything over an 8. But it's like I'm too skinny for some people and I'm too big for other people. So it's such a weird market. But the curvy we've idolized is still small. Like J-Lo and Beyonce are size 6s still. So to tell women like, oh, curvy is in, but the average real curvy woman's a size 12 to 18. You know, we're over 150 pounds, but the people we're idolizing are under 150 pounds. Like we're idolizing J-Lo and Beyonce, but again, they're size 4s and 6s out here still. Halle Berry's a size 6 still. Like, wait, what?
And that's not indicative of the average woman in America.
Not at all. Not at all.
Gosh. Ladies, have you ever had a moment where you felt like I want to change something on my body? I want to start with Sarah.
Definitely. Well, so growing up probably is when I felt it the most before I started to come into myself. I've always been very thin, and I used to get called names like grandmama long legs, just all different types of things. So as a kid, I've always wanted to like gain weight and get curvy, quote unquote. So that's one of the things. I also wanted to shrink my shoe size.
Yes, girl.
So I'm a size, I feel like it did shrink a little bit. Or maybe, I don't know, what is it called when you like wear a shoe for too long?
No, they upsize the shoes. Like,
maybe that's what happened.
I used to be like a 10, 11, and now I'm just like a 10. Like,
Same. I was like 10 and a half, 11, and now I'm a 10. So I don't know what that's about. But my shoe size apparently did shrink, so that did happen.
Interesting.
Other than that, I wanted my hair to be naturally straight. I think we spoke about this in another episode. But yeah, growing up, I used to straighten my hair. I used to get made fun of because I didn't know how to manage it. I used to wear a lot of grease in my hair. And growing up in North Carolina, which is predominantly, where I grew up was predominantly white, I used to get called names like Greasy or Jackson 5 and all of those things.
They was going ham.
And she's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mimi?
Growing up, I always had long hair, but it was very thin. I have like that real curly baby kind of pretty hair, you know, and I always wanted thicker hair, and it always bothered me. That's when I began putting weaves and extensions and doing different stuff like that. But then it makes me mad that I do it, because in the midst of me doing it, my hair is as long, it's all the way down my back, but it's thin, so I don't like that. So I told myself I might try with some of the girls to do those Brazilian blowouts and see if I blow it out, maybe it'll get into action, you know what I mean? I might try some new stuff to help me out, but because it's kind of dumb when your hair is the same length, but it's thinner, but it's a good grade of hair, so it's like you're kind of messing up the texture of your hair. So my biggest problem, thin hair, and I hate it. Like, it's disgusting.
Wow. Tiff?
I was actually built like Sarah until I hit puberty, like at 13. Like, I was a stick. My brothers used to tell everybody I was going to be like Naomi Campbell. I was going to be a runway model, which I modeled. I just was not Naomi Campbell, that's for sure. Once my hips came, I was like, just kidding. But grew up, like my teen years, I grew up in an all-white community. So those hips did hit at 13. I just remember wishing, like, my boobs came, but that was okay. Like white boys are into boobs, so I was like, cool, I like these. This is okay. But I just wished my hips were smaller. And now it's so hilarious. The thing that you probably wanted to change the most about yourself is what other people love. So I'm like, well, I guess I was meant to be black, because these hips be killing it pretty. I used to just wish, like, because pants are not made, even to this day, like House of Dario and all those brands that say they're for hippie girls. Like, it's still a struggle out here for like small waist, big hip girls. So
or big butt, small waist.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, apparently they all think if you have big hips, like you're fat and you have a gut. And I'm like, but or not. So yeah, hips were my thing, but I definitely literally grew into them. So it's okay.
Wow. Right. I mean, it's tough being a woman.
Right.
Because y'all got to deal with some way out shit.
Man.
Do.
But listen, let me just ask again. because I'm really interested to know who's harshest on women and body shaming and all of that. Is it men or women?
Women.
Women.
Yeah. Women are looking at each other. They're checking each other out, sizing each other up. You know, checking out the shoes, the purse, the outfit, the style, the hair, the weave, whatever they got popping, the nails, whatever's wrong, they checking out. Them shoes, like if they got them shoes and their toes is coming off on the shoes like that.
Oh, yes.
That's a point of contact. You're like, did you see mama with the shoes, with the toes on the ground? Okay, spider lady, whoop. So we're always looking at what the other one has on. I mean, and that's not a bad thing in a way. They may be complimenting you. They may say, hey, she's looking good. I like that. I'm going to try that style. So it's not always negative. It could definitely be a supportive system. But, you know, then there's also the hater. So it just depends on what part of the game that we're looking at in that person. Wow. You know what I mean?
How do you tell if a woman has augmentation, like fake parts? She's a cyborg. How do you?
I think there's dead giveaways. So, okay, in terms of the face, if it's hard for them to move their face and certain facial expressions that are just natural reactions, like a little tweak in the side of your lip or a little smirk here, a little wrinkle there, if that's missing when there should be a little bit more for a facial expression, most likely they have something going on in the face. And then when it comes to breasts, I look to see if it's, not that I'm like looking, but if I want to know, I might look a little harder and be like, okay, you know, it's a little bit more round, perfectly round. It looks a little bit more dense and like less meaty and fleshy, like the breasts. And then for the butt, the disproportions, like the Kim Kardashian look, where it's really thin. There's a lack of muscle, you know, in the thigh or the hamstring, and then there's like this huge ass. Right. How did you get the ass if you're not doing squats? Because if you're doing squats and you have thigh muscle and hamstring muscle and most likely some calf muscle, but if you're missing all of that muscle toning and you have a hard, firm ass, that's just code for augmentation.
Right.
So you mentioned earlier about white men loving breast.
Yeah.
Do you guys concur with that thought process in general?
Yes.
Or maybe we should ask the white man in the room. There's, right? Both, right? And would you agree that most black men are ass men?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Most.
So sisters, I'm just thinking, sisters who get the breast augmentation, are they trying to attract white suitors?
No, I think
I'm just asking.
No, I think when a person gets a breast augmentation, it's something to please themselves. They feel uncomfortable about themselves on one level or another, whether they had a baby in it doesn't look the same, whether it's they never had none or they just way too big, they're gonna do the opposite. But women want to look how they want to look, and whatever that is, she might want just the 36C just to have a little something, or she might want a 40 triple D, and you can see that bra coming down the street. You're like, who the hell is that with the big titties? You feel me? So it depends on how they want to structure themselves. So I think it's a personal decision.
Yeah, I agree with that. I know some people who want breast implants, and the reason why they want them is to look more womanly and in that regard. So I don't know if it goes back to like just human nature and how, you know, the woman is the creator, and once you get pregnant or you give birth, you do develop a little bit more fat tissue in your boobs, so it gives you that motherly, nurturing woman look, and maybe that's kind of the subconscious desire to have that breast augmentation.
Wow. I also feel like, again, like kind of the cultural difference, the nuance is that I feel like there's a lot stronger, like there's a bigger stress on black women to be curvy and proportionate than on white women. Like white woman could have ass and no titties, and people are like, but you got ass. But like if you're a black woman, the expectation is that you kind of have both, that you be like the Coke bottle. So I know a lot of black women who have gotten them just to even it out. Like they do have a big ass and they're like, so I want my up top to match. Like
a lot of Brazilian women don't give a fuck. They got that ass with them little titties, and I'll be like, yeah,
Right, Carnival. Like, who's trying to jump around Carnival with your titties out? I'd be like, I ain't trying to jump. These things is big.
Them little bee stings over here, girl. Come on over here.
That's interesting you say that, Tiffany, because whenever I walk into like a grocery store or something, it's predominantly like white people, like in Brentwood or something. White women always come to me like, I love your figure. You look like a Greek statue and all this other stuff. But then if I go to like my family's from Mississippi, so if I go to a family reunion, they're like, you need to put some meat on your bones. Like, come eat this. So there's definitely a difference in reception.
But you know what though? If the woman though is in a certain culture, like she likes hip hop, or she likes certain things that are more on the urban side of the game, then those women, and they can be white or Hispanic, they got bad bodies, baby, and they'll go buy them a body. And I know a couple of them look good. You know what I'm trying to say? Because they're in that culture. Yeah, but overall, it's what you just said. It is, different in the white neighborhood, or they're more thin, and that's fabulous. And then in the black neighborhood, they want to see more curves. But there are some people that definitely break that standard because they're in the hip hop world. They like black men, or they like their butt to look big. Right. They want to be like Kim Kardashian or whatever their choices are.
Even though hers is natural.
But they're paying for it. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're paying to look like that.
Right.
What about K. Michelle? What has she done to herself?
I haven't seen her recently.
I thought she just took the butt out, is what I heard, right?
She lost the butt.
Oh, she did.
Yeah. She removed it.
Yeah, she removed it.
She removed the butt.
Right.
So,
she wanted to go back to her regular butt. She said she had a butt before, so she wanted to go back to the previous butt.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Well, Kendrick, I think we're going into an era where I think you're gonna start seeing a lot more naturalness. I think on Instagram and social media, there's definitely a push for natural parts now, and even in Kendrick's song, natural parts. And in Kendrick's song, he said, "Show me something real, like an ass with some stretch marks." And I don't know. I don't think he's alluding to an ass with stretch marks with implants in it. I think he means a real ass.
Right. Well, there
are no implants.
Well, luckily there are people with that, but like you said, most people are paying for it. But luckily there are some 100%, because hey, I know mine is 100.
Yes.
Mimi got that.
Right.
Got that Duncan Hines.
Right. And it's 100. Ain't no implant up in there, baby. DNA, baby. DNA.
Yes. Thank you, Mama.
That's right.
Ladies, call me right now. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. We simply want to know, do you struggle? Right? Do you struggle with your look, your body, your image? Are you trying to augment yourself for yourself, or are you trying to be more accepted? Oh, God. Jesus. Caller, you're on the line. Welcome to the Voice of Reason. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it.
Oh, me?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, my name is Adam. I'm calling from Atlanta, but I'm from Inglewood, California.
You from the wood, but you calling from the A.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Big transition. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't pay too much attention to like you guys live streaming. I normally prefer to watch you after everything, but anyway, I seen one of the questions you were asking about what is beauty. I was literally sitting on the bus thinking about this, and I think that, to me, beauty is like, you know what a toroidal field is, right?
Yes.
Yeah, basically, I think that beauty is when you can, with how you feel, and when you emanate through your heart, and how you feel that you really, truly feel beautiful, it shows through, and then like the energy goes out, and it attracts everything to you. You know, anything based on energy.
I can smoke a bag of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. So I think that energy is basically something that, you have to feel inside for yourself. And then once you feel that, then other people will have to fall in line and also follow suit.
Oh, wow. Thank you, man. I appreciate the call. He dropped some jewels from the A via the wood. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk. Shit's going in right now. Never trust a big booty and a smile. It could be fake. Could be a constructed cyborg silicone ass.
Right.
That's stronger than the Incredible Hulk. You never know.
Oh, goodness.
You never know. Do you know anybody who is body shamed into plastic surgery? Somebody call us 323-230-4610. Wow. Anybody seen New York from Flavor of Love lately?
No, I heard she's white now.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
I heard she's like Michael Jackson, but Tiffany.
Right.
Jeez. How much does the media influence our perception of beauty? Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it. Caller.
Yes, for me?
Yeah, you on the line, man. You're live.
Yes.
Come on.
All right, man. Man, this is Dexter. I'm calling from Rancho Cucamonga. What's up, Shelly Shell?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Inland Empire, IE. Let's go.
Yeah, so check it out, man. I love natural women. You know, and in this day and age, you know, we're paying for the look. I go to the gym. The stair stepper is full of white women and Latino women because they playing catch up. They trying to catch up to the sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is my feeling, man. You don't have to have perfectly round. You know, I'll take some stretch marks. I like the natural beauty. That's just what it is. You know, you can have the little cellulite. I can deal with that. That is cool with me. I just like you to be natural.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's right, bro.
It just does.
You know,
Go ahead, brother. Finish.
You know, if you're paying for it, it's just not real. You know, it might look good, you know, with clothes on and all that, but you know, bottom line is it's just not real. You know, you can get it in the gym, and you don't have to pay for it.
Well, hey, man, I appreciate the call. Thank you for those jewels. We've got another caller on the line. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it. Welcome to the Voice of Reason.
Brandon from Cincinnati, pal.
Brandon from Cincinnati. What up? Natty in the building. What's the word?
Yeah, man, this one of them topics they can't blame us brothers on this one, man, because we was loving them when they was natural and everything. So this is on them if they ain't comfortable with their body.
Yeah.
So, because whether you got a two-piece on or a turtleneck, we think you're fine. So I don't know what
Right.
Two-piece or a turtleneck.
They need to check themselves on this one. But a lot of it is, you know, y'all mentioned the name a lot tonight, and I know a lot of people will come down and we blame this one person. It's that Kim Kardashian syndrome. They seen her turn a fake ass into a $150 million empire, and she ain't got no talent. Can't sing, act, hold a note, juggle oranges and nothing.
Wow.
And she worth for $100 million, and you know she used the fake ass and the low budget sex tape to come up, and they trying to follow that suit.
See,
that's all that is. It ain't that deep.
See, my man called in here and hit it on the nose. I want y'all sisters to talk about the racial aspect of plastic surgery. Y'all listen, sisters, in general, I gotta say some but all. Some but not all. We're not speaking in absolutes. We're speaking in generalities. Some but not all. Jeez. There's a lot of sisters out there that are trying to do everything the white woman is doing. If the white woman say your ass is in style, then you start liking your ass. If the white woman says your ass is out of style and inappropriate and ghetto, you trying to reduce your ass. You trying to go on a diet. Am I lying?
Nope.
So a lot of times your influences is coming, black women's influences on beauty is coming from white women. White racism. I want y'all to deal with that. That man just hit it on the head. I want y'all to deal with that.
Right. Well, I think even as a child, when children grow up and you take 4 children to the toy store, you take 1 white, 1 black, 1 Asian, 1 Mexican to the store, and you tell them to pick out a Barbie that they all would like to have. 98%, they're all going to come back with the white-ish looking Barbie doll.
Wow.
And so I believe it's something that is even from childhood of what is presumed beauty. and what stereotypical things they put in the media, or for you to believe that's beautiful. So even as a child, I know that kids do that. You know, you fight over the prettier white doll.
Well, no, there's tons of research to support that in regards to the impact of white privilege on our blackness. And so that's like the struggle I have with my family and talking about white privilege. I'm like, Mom, why did you have to go 5 cities over to 10 different Targets to buy me one black Barbie every Christmas? That's white privilege. Having access to whiteness everywhere and things that look like you. Black people have to go out of their way most of the time, unless you're in a very specific and strategic black community, to find things that look like you, just like a Hallmark card or, you know, coloring books or whatever. And so, yeah, we are ingrained from an early age to like everything that doesn't look like us. Wow. You know, and so thankfully I came up, I went through a short period of life relaxing my hair, but it was sad because I'm mixed, and it was a black woman who told my mama to relax my clearly fine hair. Like, there's nothing even difficult about my hair once you get to know it at all.
My hair is not difficult.
There's nothing difficult about it. Like, literally, like, I just shake it and put coconut oil in it and it's done. But my mama just didn't know that. It was a black woman who walked up to her one day like, you know, you're supposed to perm that. Like, I was 6 years old, and there was another black woman who told my white mom to start perming my hair. Wow. And my mom's like, well, if a black lady said it, then, well, duh. Thank God she didn't start till I was 12. But, like, no, like, why black people? Like, it was fine, I promise you. Wow. So yeah, like, we get our images of what we think is beautiful definitely from predominantly white media. Yes. And I think the stronger we are in a community of loving ourselves naturally, the stronger we'll make black women for the future, like our daughters and our future, you know, granddaughters, if we learn to love ourselves naturally.
Do you guys even really care about, like, say, the Beyoncés of the world and the Rihannas and all these beautiful people? And do you care? And Nicki Minaj, I think Nicki Minaj is a pretty girl for sure.
Yes.
Do you guys, like, if you have daughters or if you have nieces or if you have, like, you know, I guess cousins, would you be concerned, like, if they were, like, hella focused on those girls and trying to be like them and emulate them?
Well, if they were, you know, let's just say they're super young and they're doing the booty shaking and dropping it low and what they see in the video.
That's happening.
You know, of course, that's happening almost everywhere because the kids, I mean, they're doing it at school. They're learning to do these things. So it's kind of a real touchy subject because even if you say, hey, not in my home, you're going to watch Beyonce. I'm going to use an example. When they go to school, the kids are still going to show them Beyonce. Right. They're still going to learn the dance that Beyonce does. They're still going to do everything that they wanted to do. They're going to learn from these other kids. And depending on how educated the kids are is how far this is going to go. Because some kids know way more than other kids. And that child could really become grown and fast, and they can both cultivate that fastness together. It's nothing worse than two fast little girls getting together.
You know what's gonna happen.
Right. They getting into too much. They gonna have fellatio in the bathroom. You feel me?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, for me, when it comes to my cousins, I just think about me as a child and the images that I was exposed to. And they're a lot different than what we see now. It's a lot more diverse, not just in entertainment, but even in the modeling industry. Yeah. But growing up, the model that I looked up to was Gisele Bündchen. And Giselle's Brazilian, but she looks white. And so for me, I wanted to be like her. And that can be damaging for someone like me because I don't resemble Giselle in any way other than maybe our height and our frame. But I straightened my hair. I wanted to get highlights in my hair and bleach my hair different colors. And so I think that can become an issue for a child if who they idolize or who they want to be like physically doesn't look anything like them.
Right.
Yes.
That's absolutely. Like worshiping a white Jesus.
Yes.
Right.
What does that say to your spirit,
Lord.
though?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, if you black, and like Malcolm X, and that's, you know, Malcolm X reading the dictionary. Everything about black is bad. Blackballed, black sheep,
black male.
Everything about black bad.
You know what? Even when O.J. Simpson was fighting his case, they made the picture of him on the newspaper always darker and black.
Darker than his real color.
Exactly. Yes. And they did it on purpose. They, you know what I mean? They did that on purpose to make him look more guilty. So that shows that they're trying to say that when you're black, you are guilty. When you're dark-skinned black, you are guilty as charged.
And especially when it comes to beauty, when you're black, you're ugly.
All right. That's what they think. But some black women are absolutely drop dead gorgeous. But like you said, it's the stereotype. It's what they're trying to put into our minds to believe.
Man.
Also, I would say in regards to like women that young people idolize, I've taken a lot of time out of like, I've done a lot of youth mentoring, especially with young women. And so, and even in pageantry, that's like a huge background of mine, and using pageantry in a positive way instead of a degrading way is teaching women, what do these women that have made it really stand for? Like, yeah, you see Beyonce in a leotard, but what actually got her $500,000, $600,000 ticket sales is her work ethic. So I'll break down like that's what you see, but let's talk about what you don't see.
Right.
Because Beyonce is still like a triple threat. Like she out here singing and dancing and acting. Even if you don't like her acting, the girl still been won awards and been on everything and shut down. The girl gave you free HBO. Come on now. Like, you know? So when I tell them, I'm like, you take it the next step. I like Zoe always says, dig deeper. I'll be like, you see Beyonce, but what you don't see is what made Beyonce. It's her work ethic, her ability to be consistent and diligent. And that's the difference between Beyonce and a regular little Instagram hoe. And I'll just tell them that. I'll be blunt about it. The difference between a little Instagram hoe and maybe a quick trip to Dubai versus Beyonce is Beyonce's building wealth and a legacy with her work ethic.
Wow.
And then I think it extends beyond just like celebrity icons, because we're in an age now where we have technology, we have iPhones, we have smartphones at our disposal. So I think it's important to show our young people, our young girls, other people who maybe don't have celebrity status. I mean, there are so many incredible black women. One of my good friends from college, her mom is an executive at NASA. So why not show her that? If you know someone like that in your community, show them that person. I'm sure they have a photo on LinkedIn. I'm sure you could arrange some sort of meetup. I think it's important to not only idolize the people that we see in mainstream media.
I want some examples of body shaming before we go to our next caller.
Okay.
The phone lines are open. Get to your line right now. Talk about it. 323-230-4610. We talking about don't trust a big butt and a smile. The shit might be silicone.
Dangerous.
Right.
So give us some examples of body shaming. Have you ever been body shamed, Mimi? I don't think so. You went to Westchester. I know your ass was curvy. Niggas was like, there go me.
Yeah, no, I've never been body shamed or any of that type of stuff ever. But you know, it's funny. My weight though is interesting, so it fluctuates. So like, say I'm under stress. Like if you see I have thin arms, so if I'm under stress or whatever, I can lose weight and actually be thinner, but still with a butt. But then if I eat a lot, then I can get a big badunk-a-dunk. But that's how you know it was real, because you start seeing everything change. The thighs are getting bigger, the butts are getting bigger. It's all a package. It ain't, you know what I mean? And that's how you can tell the fake also, because they're not, you know, they might be gaining weight, but different things are happening differently. But it's difficult at times, because if they already had thick legs, but they had a flat butt and they got it installed, and then that's a little difficult. Yeah. But if they have like pigeon legs and then they got this big old butt looking like a toothpick on with a olive on the top, that is not cool. So.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You feel me?
Wow. Sarah, examples of body shaming?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been made fun of for my weight, saying that I don't have enough weight. So that kind of body shaming. That's probably it. Oh, height. I've been made fun of for my height, mostly before I grew into it. Different things.
She done grew into it too now.
Right. She looking good.
I was going to say it looks great.
But yeah.
You look marvelous.
Marvelous.
But yeah, I've been called stick, twig, slingshot.
Slingshot.
Mostly in high school.
You killed Goliath.
Yeah. So I would put that into the category of body shaming for sure.
Oh Jesus.
To be honest, actually, a lot of my struggle in high school, I will say, was more internal. I definitely didn't get a lot of verbal harassing, except for things that they liked. Like, yeah, having double D's in the 8th grade got me attention, but it wasn't that kind of attention. Yeah, but it actually came later in life in the professional world, like dressing. I worked with felony juvenile offenders. And I, I've been a high school social worker, and I, founded my own nonprofit. And so one of the issues I always had was dressing acceptable to those who perceive me, not what's dressing acceptable to me. So like that one, there was an elementary school teacher who she was getting body shamed because she was curvy, and the things she was wearing were actually completely acceptable, but just because she was so curvy, people thought it was quote unquote uncomfortable. And so I've struggled with that because, employers will be like,
wait.
Me too.
Go into your curves make me uncomfortable. I could never understand that.
It was all
Say more about that.
It was all over Instagram, and I've had a similar situation where employers have been like, that skirt needs to be a little longer just because your butt's bigger. It takes up more fabric. It looks shorter in the back. And this is an acceptable length, regular, professional dress or what have you. Or, you should probably just buy stuff a size up so it doesn't look as fitting because, you're so curvy. And just having to be overly mindful of the fact that I'm curvy and the populations I'm working with. And at some points I would just be like, okay, that's acceptable. Fine, I'm working with teens. But at some point I really was like, no, wait. Like, I want to be able to demonstrate to young girls who have bodies like me that you can be professional and cute, and it's not overwhelming other staff members, or it's not, creating a scene.
Your curviness is
I was like,
me.
it really becomes like sexual harassment. Like, you're telling me my curves make you uncomfortable.
Right.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, that's a common problem.
I've had that too, not with my curves because I don't have as many curves as you, Tiffany.
She's hilarious right now.
You're adorable.
But I've had employers tell me, like, if we have a business meeting, they would ask me to wear something that's less commanding, or less
commanding.
Yeah,
listen
because
to the terminology.
apparently I have a presence. Because of my height, because of my hair, because of the way I look.
You make us all feel small.
So they would ask me to tone it down, even though I was already toned down. So I remember working in corporate America and just not wearing certain colors because I didn't want anyone to tell me that, this is a lot for the workplace. This is a lot for our meeting with our client. Especially my hair. Sometimes they would ask me to have my hair back and not out.
Yep.
Those kinds of things.
And what's weird is my experience, especially coming from education, is some of the worst experiences came from other professionals of color. So you would think it was like, oh, that was like the white guy telling you to pull your hair back or something. But no, a lot of the times my worst criticisms were from other professionals of color. And I remember working for another female principal who was consistently telling me like, oh, you probably shouldn't wear that, or like, you should probably tame your hair down, even though like the next week she'd have a wig that looked just like my hair. Like, it was a mess. It was like hella crazy. Like the internal shame and like haterism from like fellow Black women, especially Black women in the profession, like especially in education.
Wow.
It was like a parent. So I just got in the habit very early on, very young, like wearing oversized pants. Like I was like, thank God for TLC. Like I was like one size too big pants to hide my hips, and like one size too big dress shirts to like kind of cover up how big the boobs were and like how tiny my waist was, to just basically look unpleasant. They basically were like, you're too cute.
Just look unattractive.
Just look less attractive. Yeah, because they're like, they just don't want you to look like competition or distracting in the workplace.
Get your Amish on when you come here.
Really, no, like,
so
no
let me
bullshit.
ask this. We talked about the body. What about hair?
Oh, that's a whole nother
So
thing.
could it, like, if there's body dysmorphia, right? Dysmorphia. Could there be like hair dysmorphia?
Yes.
Among Black women?
Yes.
What the fuck is good hair? What the fuck is bad hair? Is the weave to the Black woman, right, what the suit is to the Black man in corporate America? You gotta wear a suit. That's part of the uniform in corporate America. Does a sister have to have her hair weaved up, straightened out? You already seen the court cases where, natural hair is a threat. Why would your hair, little kids getting sent home from school?
Yes.
What is that about? Do you guys have hair dysmorphia disorder? Speak on it.
Whoa. Well, I think that sometimes when people may have, let's say, kinkier hair, they wet it and it's kind of coarse, then that person might feel like they don't want their hair to look like that. Or if they have thin hair, like I spoke about having thin hair earlier, but I have nice hair, but it's thin. Now, what am I defining nice as? My hair is naturally curly. I mean, it's really fine. It's nice. but I don't like it. So just because you have something nice, you still may not like it. So that's the thing about people. You know what I mean? Someone may say, I would love to have your hair. You know what I mean? I would love that. But I think that it's the individual. If you have short hair, you might want long hair. And I think for women, hair is like an accessory. It's almost, for women with money and wealth, hair is almost letting your nuts hang. You like, shoot, I got me a 28-inch broad, and it's, you know what I mean? Some people use that as they nuts. I mean, I don't, but I'm just saying some people, that's part of their leverage. Like, girl, I got I bought mine from Indo-Asia, or I bought mine from XYZ, and mine is this length, and I spent $1,000 and I got it done by such and such, and I paid another $1,000, so I paid $2,000 for my hair. And how much did you pay for yours? So also it's an expression. It's an expression. You know, it's almost like wearing a different hat, a different accessory. Some women change their hair every month. It's just them showing their personality and their individuality. I used to not like weaves when I was younger. It was, back in the day when weaves first came out. I have nice hair, it's long. I think I don't need that. What I need that for? That's dumb. And as I start watching it and you get it, then you start liking it because it feels out. You feel it's filling your hair out if that's what you want, and it's growing because you got it braided up. Unless you are pulling on it too much, but overall your hair is growing. You know what I mean? It's quicker to comb your hair in the day. So say for instance, if you have weave hair versus your hair, it's quicker to do the weave hair. So it's a time consuming thing, and it's also a fashion statement. And women are trying to let their nuts hang to say, hey, I got the bomber's hair. And I know that sounds sad, but people do that. Watch these reality shows, and they are talking about how much money they spent
on their hair.
That's it.
So for me, I've had a weave maybe a couple times in my life. So my hair is naturally curly, and it gets long when I straighten it, but when it's curly, it stays like around my shoulders. And as I said, growing up, I always wanted it straightened. I never enjoyed it being curly until more recently, honestly, until I moved to California, and was able to just kind of let it out and let it blow in the wind and drive around with it out. Definitely a lifestyle change for me, and just using more natural products. But I think there's an issue when we start using the adjectives nice, or we use bad to describe hair, because if it's a natural protein that comes out of your scalp, how can you say that it's bad? I mean, it's you, it's who you are. And so I think it's more about accepting that and learning how to manage it. Because so what is considered from what I know, bad hair apparently is the more coarse, and I guess it's a little bit harder to put a comb through it. Maybe.
But it's curly.
It's curly, and for me, I love a natural fro, like an Angela Davis or Kathleen Cleaver.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and for growing up, for me, that was considered bad hair, and my hair was considered bad hair until a bit more recently. To the white people. To the white people.
Them.
It's pretty.
So that's why I mean these
y'all
adjectives.
Don't get a say. Y'all don't even.
Yeah, but that was my world. Right. So these adjectives, bad, nice, good, bad. I think you can describe hair in terms of its texture, but I don't think we should put these adjectives on it, whether it's good or bad.
That's perfect. Absolutely. I like it. Right. I like it. I like it. Listen, let me do this really quickly. We got to get these callers on. Caller, welcome to the Voice of Reason. Do you hate yourself? Do you stare at yourself in the mirror? I hope this is a woman. It's probably a dude.
Oh. That's a dude.
What's up, dude?
Bro, I don't hate myself, and I want to tell you, congrats to all the beautiful women you have on the panel, and they're all beautiful.
And I'm lucky? Aren't I lucky?
You are.
All cute and shit.
Yeah, and I just want to say this about to people, and I hope people remember this. A lot of people are distracted by too many things that's outside of us. And let's face it, in this country, most black people have probably not know who they really are. The white people are pretty much programmed us to love them and not ourselves. And even in subtle things such as Hollywood and such as imagery see on TV, there's a lot of racism. They, look at how a lot of people change their image from Michael Jackson and other people. They teach you to hate yourself and the love of image. In order to self-hate yourself. A lot of people haven't figured it out. And people need to just love themselves, and mainly women also. There's a stereotype with women because it's okay for a man to look a certain way as long as he got a lot of money, but for a woman, she has to look a certain way and live up to a certain expectation. And so a lot of women don't love themselves, especially for black people who have no identity of who they really are on the inside. And need to focus on who they are on the inside. That's where true beauty comes from. If you don't really truly love yourself who you are on the inside and understand who you really are, it don't matter how you look on the outside. Really, you just run in circles, and it's also racism. Black people are taught to hate themselves for a long time, and it's sad that a lot of people, a lot of women, especially, there's a lot of natural, beautiful black women out there in the world. They think they not look good enough because of Hollywood, all this faking and all this BS going on. And I'm glad that a lot of black people getting awake up like yourself, Zoe Williams. I have a lot of respect for you.
Still? After all the shit I done did? Still? No, go ahead.
I see you have grown. When I first heard about you, was on Tony Sotomayor. And y'all had a little beef, and I understand what the beef was about because, some people have pretty much cooned and sold out. And like you keep it real. And so I watch all your shows and programs because when you speak truth like this, a lot of people don't really pay no attention. They're too busy wanting to listen to all the fake black people and all the fake stuff that's out there, all the stuff that's cool and hip. But when you bring something real to the table, such as yourself and all the women, it don't get the attention. But if you was up here talking about a lot of gossip stuff, like stuff that didn't make sense, like a lot of stupid stuff, they'll pay attention to that. But all you do is challenge the people's mind and open up people's mind who's, try to see the truth behind the lies and deception.
Thank you, brother.
People need to see the truth. People need to see the truth and understand who they are first. And all this stuff they see in Hollywood, a lot of these fake ass, sold out, dick in the booty, black people that sold out. I respect people like Real Network. I appreciate that because they doing their own thing. Wow. And they not kissing the white man's ass and trying to say we can do it too. If you look at everything this country is built off of black people. Like they say with the Asians stuff, they come to black community, take all your money.
Yep.
Who support them? Black people. This country is built off of people of color, some form of fashion. Yes. And we live at the bottom of the barrel. It's still our ideals, it's still our ways, and they demonize us in some form of fashion.
Wow.
And we keep kissing their ass and chasing up to them in some form of fashion. And like I said, the few black people in Hollywood who do got money, let's face it, society put them in the spotlight to make you chase for false hope and dreams. And you'll sell out to do anything to get there. Most of the black celebrities, at the end of the day, they'll do things to make themselves look good so you can keep supporting them. But at the end of the day, they really don't give a damn about you.
Well, listen, man, tell us how you really feel. Shit.
Right.
Call in here anytime, brother. Anytime and lay it down like that. That was Reverend Charles Cumberbatch out of the Third Episcopal. I mean, he came with the gospel.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Man, we appreciate it, man.
Yeah, my name's Andrew, and I'm out of East Texas, Longview, Texas.
Thank you very much, man. Thanks, Andrew.
So
we appreciate it.
Y'all start watching. I keep an eye on it. And Zoe, I really appreciate what you're doing, man. You're coming a long way. I think y'all be good. I know you got a lot of women you put on platform. That's good. That how you help promote other black people and get them a spotlight. Because really, I'm going to tell you, everybody's a star. You're your own damn star. You don't need nobody to pat you on the back. You don't need no white person to shove that dick up your ass or put their hand up your ass.
Hey, whoa.
Everybody's a star. Everybody got their own shine. Ain't nobody. If you look at the stars, ain't the one star just another star. All stars got their own shine because that's how God made us. Everybody have their own shine. There's no reason to be jealous of anybody.
All right, man. Thank you, brother. Man, I appreciate it.
Y'all have a good day.
All right, you too, man. Wow. Whoa.
He laid it down.
Jesus. Whoa. I think I'm almost afraid to go to the next caller. Caller. You're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason. Speak on it. Caller. One more time. Caller. Boost Mobile. We out. So watch this. I gotta ask this question. So we know that there's body images and all of that shit. Body shaming. Fake booties. All types of weird augmentations floating around. What do you guys think about contact lenses?
Oh, boy. Uh-huh.
I mean, we talking about augmentation. What do you guys think about contact lenses?
Well,
I got several opinions about it, but I want to hear from you guys.
I have several too.
I bet.
I have lots to say. I don't know if I should be the one to speak. I don't.
Yes.
Okay.
Please give us your 2 points.
Okay, so I have 2 points.
You got 65 seconds. Let's go.
Let me. So first of all, when people get light eyes, contact lenses, they're feeling like they want colored eyes. There's something about that they want. It's something about that makes them feel good. Like Tiny T.I.'s wife, she actually went through surgery to change the color of her eyes. So some people
on the Smokey Robinson side of the game.
Exactly. So she desired to have that look. So that's one part. The second part, when you have colored eyes yourself, then it makes if the person wants colored eyes or they feel some kind of way about it, it makes kind of like, not really a hater thing, but a weird kind of connotation because my eyes are naturally a color. And so if someone wants that and they're feeling some kind of way about it, then they might extend some sort of a weirdness. Let's just put it like that. You know what I mean?
You think you cute because your eyes is light.
Right.
You ain't cute.
Right. Right. You ain't that cute. Okay. I could buy me some now.
Wow, that's crazy. Sarah?
As soon as I see color contacts, I just think insecurity off top. Why do you want to change the color of your eye? If your eyes are working perfectly, why do you want to change the color? Either you want to look white because that's a recessive gene that's predominantly in Caucasians, or you want to you want to appear more rare, like, oh, I'm a rarity because I have these colored eyes. It just all around, it's a physical aspect, it's a physical attribute. I don't see the point. No. I just don't see the point. It doesn't enhance your experience with the world. I mean, what? It's just an insecurity.
Okay, I'm going to be the devil advocate to a point, though, because I feel like colored contacts could be compared to weave then. Like, anything that you change or alter about yourself, what equals insecurity? I don't believe that. But what I do believe is for a time and a place and the reason why. Why? Like, for me, if I'm going to wear colored contacts, it's going to be for Halloween because I'm down with hella executing costumes.
That's
so
different, though.
But they're like back to Mimi's whole point about hair and stuff is that, like, it goes to why. Like, if you just want to change your color for the day for fun, cute. Right. But if you're going as far as Tiny, like, she clearly thought that color was preferred over her own natural, therefore she must alter it for whatever reason. Right. And that really goes more back to the whiteness definition of beauty. And that's where it goes back to even hair. Any alteration you make based on an altered definition of beauty being different from yourself is an issue. Right. That is an image issue. If you, like, so many black women will make excuses like, oh, I just like to change my look, or I just like to, have different style, or it's easier to take care of, when really the lie that they're unwilling to accept is that the truth is, in slavery, how to take care of our natural hair was taken away from our people. That we were told for over 300 years that perming your hair is the right way and easier to take care of. It's a lie. You're burning your damn scalp. You got scabs. You got your hair falling out. That the only option for many black women is to wear wigs or weaves because their own natural hair no longer is even viable on their head. They have damaged their own scalps. When really, if you would have just left your nappy natural hair alone, truly nappy hair is actually kind of easy to take care of. Just shape that out with, like, don't pick it. Who said wash it like that? Right. Learn how to wash it right. Don't even touch it with a comb and just buzz that shit out into a circle and damn, you popping. Like, that's no maintenance. Just wake up with your shit like that. You know what I mean? But because white people have, for over 300 years in our country, told us that perming and looking white is the easier, better way to look, black women have internalized all of the things that Mimi said earlier. It's easier, it's fun, I just like to change it. Or are you just afraid of your own damn hair?
How about that?
Or eye color.
Or whatever.
So let me give you my take on the eye thing, because I've been annoyed by it for years. Hey, cat eyes. I've been annoyed about it for years. I did some research. And one of the misnomers is that it is a white trait. And it's not. It's a black trait.
Ooh.
White people cannot claim any trait.
True, because they're defective as a people in general.
No, just any.
They're recessive.
Like being white and Caucasian is deficiency of melanin.
Any feature. Every feature started in Africa.
Yes.
Thin lips, thin nose, all that. See, they just created a narrative for shit so they could justify being who they are. Right? Oh, well, when we went up north, our nose got smaller. And then no, nigga, your nose was already small. Niggas have small noses in Africa.
Yes.
Thin noses, thin lips, straight hair, nappy hair, all of that shit
is in Africa.
And including eye color.
Mm-hmm.
Green, gray, blue.
Mm-hmm. And blonde. Right?
So watch the progression of the eye color. The last two are gray and blue. Mm-hmm. First time they ever showed up on the planet Earth was 10,000 years ago.
Nice.
But in Africa.
Right.
So when you see white people or black people saying, "Oh, you must have white in your family," it could be, sure, especially being an American.
Right.
Sure, could. But there are also Africans that have blue eyes that are indigenous to Africa.
Yes.
There are Africans that have gray eyes that are indigenous to Africa.
Yes.
When you get to the green spectrum, you're going back towards hazel, back towards auburn, back towards brown, back towards darker brown. These are all African traits. But a lot of times we just want to throw the white man in it because we made the white man special.
Yes.
That's how the hair got special. That's how the hair got labeled good.
Good.
Right? Less manageable.
Right.
Your hair's unruly. It must be a nigga.
Right.
My hair is manageable. It must be whitey. Right? So we have to remember, when you look at the origin of things, every single feature from Africa. And I learned this young. So imagine I'm in high school and chicks are flipping out because I have green eyes. I really got annoyed by it.
Right.
Get your self-hating ass away from me. I was really like that.
I can only
because I was aware, you think I'm cute, so I got green eyes?
Right.
AKA you think
you
I
don't
got
even
white.
know me like that. AKA you think I got white.
Yeah.
Right.
And I do have white. Let me see. What generation? I think you got to go back 3 generations and then Whitey Locks appears. Right? But at the same time, I've always been mindful that, the feature doesn't make the person. Right. And I've seen people just get flipped out over that shit. And it's really sad, man. It's just another example of black self-hate. But I'm going to transition and get that phone caller on the line. He's been waiting. There's more. Caller! What's your name and where you calling from? You're on the Voice of Reason. Speak on it. Caller, you and Boost Mobile have to break up now. Caller! You're on the Voice of Reason. What's your name and where you calling from?
This is Big E calling from New York City. What's up?
Big E from New York? What's happening?
Yeah, what's up? Hey, yo, Zoe, check this out. No homo, I love you to death, man. We don't need you fighting and all that shit. I don't need to see you on CNN looking crazy and stuff. I love you, man.
Okay, cool. Thank you
for the man, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you. We need you out here. I mean, you give us everything we need from politics and everything else. And some people need the jewels that you're giving out, man. They don't need that in prison, man, because they got a bunch of dudes with weirdo styles in there doing that type of stuff. We need you out here.
All right, thank you for the compliment, brother. I appreciate it. What did you want to say about the topic, man?
Night, yo.
Oh, he said, have a good night. All right, cool.
That just showed you some love.
No, that was love. I appreciate it. I got to ask you guys, you ladies, about obesity.
Let's do it.
Fatness. PHAT. Would you date an overweight guy? Do overweight guys have swag? Who's the most handsome overweight man you've ever seen?
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, I think that I'm trying to think who's handsome. But I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with overweight men at all. I've dated someone that was a little overweight. But they had swag, personality. They were nice. You know, I don't think if you're big, if you have a good inside and you're charismatic and you make me smile and laugh, I don't look at that. You know what I mean? We can go to the gym if it's all like that. If he's good to me and he needs a little fat, baby, let's go work out. And I don't have to hurt his feelings. Let's just go running.
But if you say let's go running, are you saying I don't really accept you as you are?
Oh, no, I would keep him the way he is. No. I can definitely keep him the way he is. You know what I mean? If I came into it like that, I'm saying, but if he has some insecurities, I'd be willing to deal with those with him. But I'm going to take him like he is, you know?
Meet me a grown-ass woman right there.
Keep me warm, baby. Keep me warm, okay?
Get your big ass in the bed, nigga. Heat these sheets up.
Right. Just don't fart on my leg now.
Nutty Professor.
Sarah?
She
said the Nutty Professor.
I cannot.
Sherman.
No, I can't do Sherman.
No, you can't do Sherman.
No, I can't do Sherman.
You don't know.
What
if Sherman's the love of your life?
Oh, if he was, then yeah.
Fucking soulmate.
He was a sweetheart.
No, if he was my soulmate, of course. But when
It'd
I
be
first
like
met
dating
him,
a bear.
Oh boy.
What?
Yeah,
Smokey.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Lord.
I want to hear. Sarah.
So, okay, can I date someone? I can definitely take them in overweight.
Let me set it up, Sarah.
I'll accept someone.
Let me set it up for you. Would you date a Fatosaurus Rex?
Oh, why you gotta put it like that? Jeez. Like, who's gonna say yes, a Fatosaurus Rex? Like, hey, just say like a fat, nice man.
A fat, nice guy.
Yes, I could.
What would he have to have in order for you to
the
be
same
like?
things a regular guy that I would date normally would have.
Have you ever dated somebody that was?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yes, please.
Okay.
As much as you can without throwing him under the.
Yeah.
We're throwing him under the.
Okay, well, I don't really
bridge.
know what you have in mind because I'm sure you picture like Sherman in your head. So this person wasn't like Sherman. It wasn't like that, but just a little bit overweight.
Like a gut.
Yeah, like a gut.
Arm.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like a gut. Like it's fat content, not muscle content. Honestly, like if you like somebody, you can look past that. If they're a nice person and they have the qualities like honest, like we talked about this before, honest, respectful, they have a purpose, they know themselves, all that good stuff, I can look past it. Now, however, if you're with me, you're not going to stay like that because I do believe in optimal health. And if you are overweight, you're not at your optimal health because you're over. But if you're overweight, that means you're over the weight that you're supposed to be. Now, I'm not talking about just.
Wait. I gotta ask this question.
Yeah, because you just slipped into a terrible place right now.
Well, I'm talking about obese, right? If you're obese, then obviously that's not the healthiest. You know, you don't have the healthiest body type.
This is good.
Okay, this is good.
You don't. I mean, but this isn't. I'm not talking about just like you have a little extra fat here and there. I'm talking about maybe your blood pressure could be high. You might be more susceptible to diabetes and different diseases. I mean. Humans
what if
in
you're
general,
healthy as an ox? You're just built like one.
Okay, that's fine.
Right.
You can say like that.
Yeah.
If you're at optimal health and you're just big, that's cool. Now, if you're not at optimal health and you're big, then we're gonna work on it.
If you big and one of your kidneys is coughing.
Right. If you, it's honestly for me, it's about being healthy. It's not about the physical. It's about being healthy.
That's what I was gonna say. I wasn't gonna lie at all. I don't think I could be with a bigger guy. For that reason, like I spend a lot of time being very physically active and being outside, and my family's very physical. Like we're boating, we're biking, we're ATVing, we're hiking, we're jumping, we're running. My family are all marathon and like half marathon runners and stuff. Like so I'm the least fit person in my family, and I've run a half marathon. So like that says a lot about how active we are, and so. If you can be that big and still want to eat mahi-mahi and green beans and pineapples and go running, then maybe. But the reality is usually there's a certain weight you get to where being that active is not possible. So unless you're actually like an NFL player, a lot of people at a certain weight aren't still able to be as physically active. Now, I've met some pretty active, bigger guys, though, and I'm like, oh, well, let's go for it then. All right, we biking today. But for the most part, the level of activity and the lifestyle that I lead would really point towards a certain physical abilitied man.
Physical abilitied man. Caller, you're on the line. If you're a chunky chewum, how do you use your sex appeal to pull them in? Because the big boys be having game.
They do. The rule, big or little, I'm like, you got to be able to throw 190 pounds in the air. Wow. I ain't no little thing. Okay. Like, I'll put it out there.
Why do you got to be thrown in the air, though?
I'm just saying.
Okay, cool.
I'm just saying.
We're dealing with a freak here. It has been revealed. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it. Caller? Come on.
Come on, caller.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? People are struggling to get in. The phone lines are lit up.
All right.
Let's try it again. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from?
Ronan from Indianapolis.
Ronan from Indianapolis. Are you dating a futon? Does she take care of you? What happened? What happened? We're not body shaming. We love everybody. A fatress.
No, I'm not dating anybody who's geographically generous. I'm not doing
geographically
generous.
Wow. Geographically generous.
I know the one time I tried it, she wanted to do some skinny girl tricks, and I damn near popped my knee out of socket, so I'm not doing that.
Tore his ACL. Fucking around.
You got to be able to hang with that thing.
But I'm saying, do you have a body type? Do you discriminate? Have you body shamed? I mean, you've been hearing the conversation all day. I mean, we talking about some heavy stuff here. Never trust a big booty and a smile. A deeper look at black women, body shaming, and body dysmorphic disorder. Go deeper, brother.
Well, as far as like, I have body shamed before. There were some chicks who were arrogant and they were built like potatoes, so I let them know how I felt. But as far as like a type I like a woman in shape. I mean, like, she doesn't have to be like all cut and stuff like that. I like, how she carries her body and her weight.
Hey, Ronan, can I tell you something real quick, and then I'm gonna let you finish your thought?
Go ahead.
Do you know who I met in this studio 2 weeks ago when I walked in here to set up? That's not rhetorical. Niggas,
answer.
Shit.
Okay.
Knock, knock, nigga. Shit.
Who's he, man?
Takara.
Oh.
And soon as I saw her, I was like, God damn.
Yes.
She was like, you deserve a hug for that compliment. I said, bring it on.
Right.
Bring all that.
A lot of people, hey, serious. Remember, she got body shamed a little bit.
A little.
During, you know what I'm saying? They went at her.
Yeah.
Oh, you out of shape and you this, you that. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? That is high grade clarified butter, my nigga.
Right.
You understand? That's high grade. But a lot of people would see her as, according to the BMI,
yes,
obese.
And that's what I was going to say is like a lot of those scales aren't, well, they're made based on white definitions.
It's racism
So it's
in the fat definition.
So, but here, I always say, like, yes, you should be, I do argue the whole, like, curvy versus fat argument, which is why, like, I really struggle with, like, staying at what I consider my optimal health is how I feel. Like, when I can't do 100 burpees anymore, I'm like, ooh, girl, you've been slacking. Like, because when I'm fit, and I like to do very aggressively active things. So I like to go on muscle, like fat content. Actually, go get your body fat percentage. Anything for any body type over 30% is like just unhealthy. So get it somewhere healthy, remotely healthy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Let's get my guy back in here, though. Ronan, finish your thoughts so we can get you off our lines, bro.
Well, like I said, like the most important thing is like how she carries herself, because like I've seen a lot of people, try to adhere to society standards with the BMI, and they try to kill themselves and basically hurt themselves mentally and medically in order to fit this type that's not them. So like I say, just at least stay fit for the size you are, and you should be good. I mean, if you like it and you're confident with it and you carry it right, then how can I argue with it?
That's good shit, man. I always appreciate you calling in. Geographically challenged is what he said, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know what's interesting? So, my daughter was watching a Tyler Perry movie the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I stopped to talk to her for a second. And then I was watching it with her. Right? It was that movie. I don't know the name of it. But it was the one with Jill Scott when she hit the guy over the head with the bottle.
Oh, Why Did I Get Married?
Why Did I Get Married?
2?
Yes.
One of them.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So when she get the other dude, when the other dude gets interested in her, now he seemed to be muscular and fit and handsome and all of the other stuff that come with it, but he liked her. Now, they said she was wearing a bodysuit in that film because later on in the film, she's her regular build.
Right.
Well, regular for her.
Right.
I think Jill Scott's one of the most beautiful women in the world.
Amen.
Me personally.
Beautiful, yeah.
But what do you think the probability is that she could have got a dude like that after getting out of the marriage with the one dude? You know, I don't know the name of that actor. What's that guy's name?
I know who you're talking about and who it is in my head, and I can't think of his name right now.
But what do you think the probability of that is? Because she was clearly out of shape.
Right.
And I think in the movie, he was like Mimi. He was like, yo, we gonna work out. We gonna work out together.
Yeah.
Because he was really vibing and feeling her like that. What is the probability of that? Because I believe we're a superficial society.
Well, I was going to say, in my experience, it's particularly like for black men and women, black men who are fit kind of like the little squishiness, and that's more likely than the reverse. Like a fit black woman is not going to spend her time on an unfit black man most of the time, but the reverse I see happen often. Like I have I won't say his name, but I have one particular very fit, like he's an expert in the industry, very like self-made millionaire, like expert in the industry, fit black man. And he like legit will tell you, like, even though I love healthy women, he's like, it's something about that squishy black woman. Like he just
squishy?
Yes. Like he like literally just like not necessarily like obese or like unhealthy.
You're like the skinny girl got sharp angles. We're like, what?
Yeah, like he just is like, I like a little like.
What the fuck is going on?
He does. He's
you
like
built like a compass.
Right. Because he's like, the days I don't want to meal prep, you're gonna cook right. I don't know. But he's like I've seen it happen more often, the reverse. Like a fit black man will be with a less fit black woman than the reverse. Like I see a lot of fit black women who like will only be with another fit black man.
I got it. I got it.
I don't know what you guys have experienced, but that's what
Sarah?
I've seen.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. I'm pretty fit and I'll date. I mean, I'm probably like a rare find because I will date someone who's not necessarily the fittest, even though I'm doing yoga like 4 or 5 times a week.
Right.
So hot yoga, actually, that's the best one. Anyone?
Radio
check it out.
Linguini.
But yeah, for the most part, for sure. Like if I see a fit guy, he's most likely with a more voluptuous woman. And it's never really the reverse that I've seen, at least.
Interesting. Caller. You're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason. Speak on it. That's just somebody. I don't know. Hang 'em up. This is a very interesting topic. I just wonder, like, is racism that ubiquitous? It just seems like it's fucking everywhere.
It is.
It's a virus.
Everywhere.
It's a disease and it's spread.
So even our ideas of beauty, like shit can't be beautiful. I told y'all who I think is probably the top 3 most beautiful woman in the world.
Who?
Tell us again.
That chocolate dancer for Beyonce.
Ooh, she's gorgeous.
Yes.
She's beautiful.
Her name is Khadijah.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
I've seen her. She's gorgeous.
Yes.
Man, when I tell you, what's that peanut butter shit they have down?
Nutella.
That's that Nutella. That's that Nutella right there, nigga. You understand? That's a spread right there. You understand? That's a beautiful woman, man. Like crazy. But a lot of people, I think darkness just really scares people. Then you put a layer. Don't be dark and then big.
Right. It's horrible.
Because the stereotype is that's a bad combination. Yeah. On the beauty side of the game,
Right.
It's a fucking
Tinder
virus.
did a study on this based on desirability, based on race, and the black woman was the least desired on the app.
Say more.
And then the least desired man was the Asian man.
I don't
Isn't
mean to
that
laugh.
interesting?
But
Get your little rice penis having ass out of here.
But they have clubs for big women to go to for the men to come there. So there is a ratio of people that like big people. They like them. They don't want no small girl. They say, not a toothpick for me. They want to have them a big obese lady, and it's, that's what's at the club. Like, you're not even if you're skinny, you don't even fit in. They're looking like, what you doing here? You're in their area. They got one. I think it's in Long Beach, and so
what is it called? Flappers?
I think it's called. Wait a minute, I'm gonna find out what it's called. I forget, but I promise you.
That's so funny you say that, because in New York, oh my goodness, it is so discriminatory going to a club. So I started going to clubs when I was like 19 because I was modeling and all that stuff. So you usually go out with like your agency, or your agency sets you up with whoever's promoting that night with, your group of models. And the requirement was over 5'7" and thin. And if you were black,
in order
you had
to get
to be
in.
in order to just get in. And if you were black, you had to be taller and thinner. Wow. And that was the I remember showing up with some of my college friends from New Jersey, from Rutgers,
thickie,
and they would say,
you can't come in.
They would literally, the promoter would text me, drop the dead weight.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
But, I mean, they do that.
So it's like, it depends on where you're going also.
Right, know where you are.
Where
That happened in Mexico when I lived in Mexico. It was the darker is badder, and whiter insinuated like the more European, the more money. Like whiter equaled money, and so like the whiter your group was, the more likely you were to get in. But also the more you were going to be charged, because there's no set rate in clubs. So it's like the whiter you are, the more they're going to charge you. So I just got super smart really quick and just rolled in like this non-English speaking medium grade group because it was cheaper. Like I will say, like, we was all cute, we was all getting in, but we also weren't getting charged $100 a night to go out. Like, I got into the same club as my other American friends for free. Like, so being whiter isn't always better. Like, I'm not trying to pay more just because I look American. I'll be Dominican all day.
Wow. We got to take a quick break. This is our first break of the day. This was great. I love this conversation. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up. The voice of reason on Dash Talk Radio with Zoe Williams and the girls. Woo-woo. Doing it big on the Fatosaurus Rex side of the game. We'll be back. Terrible. Deuces. Yeah, the voice of reason is back. We've added a young lady to the discussion. She is a little thin mint. You know, the Girl Scout cookie.
Oh, yeah. Right?
She's a cutie pie, man.
Those are the best ones.
She's a cutie pie. She brought up a great point. I was like, you can't not say that on the air. Tell them your name, who you are. You're speaking. Somebody give her a microphone. Jesus. Jesus.
Hi, I'm Francesca.
Francesca. We'll call her Franny. Hi, Fran.
Oh, yeah, so my family calls me Franny.
Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a psychic. Franny, welcome to the show.
Hello.
You brought up a great point. Please share.
Well, I was saying that skinny people can be underweight and not healthy. You know, have problems with cholesterol, anorexic, not eating at all, starving themselves, you know, just living a bad lifestyle, just, you know, eating shit.
I think fucking vegans are unhealty too.
Right, because they're missing the nutrition.
They missing out some shit too.
That's not 100%. As a
currently
aspiring vegan and a former vegan, because I was a vegan for about 9 months, you can't get all of your protein, and that's a myth.
I remember when you were just getting back on your vegan get down.
Yes.
And we went to the Jamaican restaurant.
Yeah.
And you was like, fuck vegan.
Yeah, because I told you I'm aspiring. I am aspiring, okay? I'm not like 100% true vegan, okay? I'm trying.
I'm just saying everybody's going to die. That's all I'm saying. You got people saying, well, I'm going to die healthier than you. But ultimately, we're together in death. Well, I'm gonna live longer. Well, you're not going to live longer than Granddad, who smoked 8 packs of cigarettes a day and ate pork every day.
Well, just to clarify, some vegans are vegans because they support animal rights and they care about the lives of animals.
They care about life, right?
Yeah.
Well, the plants you're eating is life.
True.
Yes.
Contradiction much?
True.
Okay, cool. Fuck the plants. You know, plants probably going, no, nah.
That's my favorite branch.
Right. I'm just saying, like, anything can be, you know, like, just live, man. We're humans. Humans on planet Earth is top of the food chain. Right? Everything is for our enjoyment, including dolphin meat. I'm just making up shit now.
Wow.
I didn't mean that.
Just because you're going to die doesn't mean you should eat everything.
Hey, why not?
Would you eat a human?
Nope.
All right, well, that's how some vegans look at eating animals.
Well, that's too bad.
Just saying. I have to defend
That's just too fucking bad.
my fellow aspiring vegans out there.
I know your Achilles heel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brown stew chicken.
Yes, it
Fucks
is.
your whole
Okay.
situation up.
Brown stew chicken, jerk chicken. It's just so good. Buffalo wings. God.
That vegan shit is over with. Brown stew chicken. What? That animal does not deserve to live. I'm gonna fuck him all the way up.
I'm trying.
So let's talk more about superficiality. Right? Sarah.
Oh, gosh.
Tell us about your superficial little,
Well,
what he was supposed to look like.
Yeah, so, okay. So when I was 14, that's when I started modeling, and like the first people that I was around that were interested in me were like Ralph Lauren polo models and just absolutely drop dead gorgeous men. They were literally like the definition of what we consider or what society considers beautiful and gorgeous. So that's what I was attracted to, and that was what was attracted to me. So that was my world for a little bit. Then in college, that was my type. I liked over 6'4", 6'5", very cleaned up, pretty boy, one earring, and the left ear, Tim's, tight V-neck with the muscles popping out. That was just my thing. And then it wasn't until after college that the superficiality started to wane. And I had much more of a change of heart and just got a little bit more interested in the person and what they had to offer, their mind.
Matured?
I just matured a little bit more. And now I'm pretty much open to dating many different physical features. I actually dated someone shorter than me for the first time a few years ago.
Because you're tall.
Which is saying a lot because I'm tall. And you know what? That was actually very liberating because I always felt an insecurity dating
So how did you and Frodo do?
We're still friends. I didn't work out, but that wasn't because of his height.
Did he sit on your lap?
Wow, he wasn't that short. He wasn't like childlike. Like
Did he make you some cookies? Elfin magic?
But what I found though was that when I could date outside of my structured like idea of what I wanted, I just felt like a better person. I felt more liberated. Like I don't have to adhere to these societal standards for myself.
Oh God.
I like it.
I want to know, Mimi, when was the last time you dated a man shorter than you? And now you're short.
Wait a minute. Short.
Mimi
That's
is a little bitty thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of short though, so that's like kind of.
Is that out?
That's kind of, yeah. I don't want you if you're shorter than me, because I mean, man, I'm kind of short. So if you're shorter than me, baby, you might be a little midget. I don't know. Right. I don't really need that. We look like two little dwarfs walking down the street. They be like, who the fuck is that?
Would you consider dating? We talk about body shapes.
Right.
Would you, if it's a twin flame, a soulmate, would you date a midget?
Oh, I'm not dating a midget.
Why not?
I'm talking about the ones with them big ass heads, them little arms.
You know why? Because I like to have a little swag, and I really doubt.
What if he had? I'm just saying. What if he had the swagger of a ball player mixed with sugar-free.
Oh my God.
And he just...
What would you do? What you gonna do?
I'm just saying, he just rolled up on you like on some cold shit. Like, hey, hold on. It ain't even got to be like that.
You know what? He could be my little homie, literally.
Ooh.
But I really couldn't. I couldn't do it.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Because I'm not I mean, just being honest, I'm not attracted. Now, if you showed me one that was cute, you find me one.
That's what I'm saying,
I've
though,
never
baby.
seen one, though. I never seen one that I said, ooh, wee, did you see baby midget to the left? Never. So never. But now if you show me one and he do all what you say, he might got himself a deal.
Oh.
But he got a...
So you are still open.
I'm open, but I've just never seen such. I've never seen one that I felt like, ooh, wee, that's for me. Oh no,
Franny, what's the turnoff for you? And have you dated a midget? Are they little people? Are we calling them like a derogatory
call
name?
them
Like,
little people.
Like
No, little people. Call them little people.
Remember that cartoon back in the days, The Littles? I'm sorry.
I love
That's
that.
fucked up.
Dwarfism is actually like a clinical name, like for dwarfism. It's like a medical condition.
I just like
so that's
midget. I like the way it
allowed.
sounds. Midget.
But yeah,
I don't know how they would.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't even
Franny.
know. I just they're people.
Yeah.
If I found a cute one I like, that would be fine.
What's funny
but
is, I was on my lunch break and I went in Pratt, the sandwich place.
Somebody hollered at you, didn't he?
Yeah,
little people?
Yeah. He was a cashier.
Oh, that's cute.
Was he standing in a little box?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Go
But
ahead.
he was just like, "How's your day?" Like he was so nice. How's your day? What's going on? I'm like, "Oh, hi."
What's
I'm
up,
always
baby?
in there on my lunch break. He was really cute, but no, have a nice day.
Why not?
He's not my type.
You thought he was cute like a doll.
He was really cute. He was cute though.
Like
But in
adorable though.
Yeah.
Like a puppy.
And honestly, because I'm tiny and small, I want to feel safe. And I don't know. I don't think I would feel safe with a midget.
Yeah.
What if he had a black belt? I just got it.
No, yeah, but that's a good point. That's a good
I'm just saying, what if he was like an MMA midget?
You know what? Size doesn't mean that you're gonna protect somebody.
Right.
He climb up on a nigga like Yoda, like.
Shit, Gary Coleman was laying him down at the mall that time. Remember? Gary Coleman was laying him down. Security.
Right. What turns me off about a man?
Gary Coleman was laying him down.
Down. You hear me? What?
Wow.
Get back over here.
Gary
What you
Coleman
talking about, Willis?
Oh
He
my
was.
goodness.
He did jump on the hood of somebody's car. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
But yeah. So what turns me off about a man is I love good teeth, and if you have bad teeth, I can't do it.
He can't date nobody from London.
Ooh.
Oh, I mean, the breath got to be on point. The teeth got to be on point. I'm big on hygiene. The whole thing got to
What about smoker?
No.
No, I can't do that.
No.
I can't. I just feel.
Marijuana's different.
Well, yeah.
Now, marijuana's
I can do,
different.
Like, a couple of marijuana.
But
I could-
cigarettes.
I mean, with the marijuana, it's a balance. Like,
Yes.
I can't. You can't be smoking I can't.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
every day. Not every day.
Yeah, you can't smell like a sagebrush.
No.
Um,
And the cigarettes, it's just no. It's just a no for me.
I want to ask you a very interesting question. It's very unique.
Oh, okay.
In the lesbian side of the game, the bisexual side, like, do you guys kind of shame each other, body shame, and is there like a particular size that you go after, a look, build?
I mean, I think you have to know your type. Like, so within
That's what I'm asking.
being like
Is there-
yeah. Within like the gay side and spectrum and being bi, like there's all of those labels like butch, dyke, whatever. And so how I identify in just knowing how I'm bi is that I like feminine women and masculine men. So I would be considered like a lipstick lesbian. Like I
Look
like
at you out
feminine
here.
women. Yeah.
So what does that look like? Like, what is that type? What is that
well, to
build?
be completely honest, I like it sounds super vain, but I mean, just the reality is I like women who look similar to me. So my sides are
Oh,
big
wow.
and curvy. So like I like you to match me in like in that size. Like I like tits and ass.
So you discriminate against dykes, bull dykes, like
I've been attracted to
studs.
a few. I've been attracted to a few studs, but it's rare.
This is
so just
wild.
like knowing my type. Like just because I have a type doesn't mean I'm not going to find myself attracted to something outside of that.
It's not monolithic.
Yeah, it's not monolithic. I'm a very fluid person, but to know like predominantly this is what I like. So yeah, I like curves all day, every day. But that doesn't mean I haven't been like, oh, that little twig over there is looking pretty good. Like it happens. But yeah, I prefer curvy women.
I love it. Play this record again. Play this record one more time. Little quick music break. This felt good, right? That little segment right there was good. Yeah! The voice of reason is on fire. Y'all talking about all types of body types. I'm going to tell you what scares me about the whole midget thing is the head. I could see me having sex with a midget because I seen one with a really fat ass. And I was like,
yes.
Yeah, they got bodies.
Yeah, no, particularly ass, the way their bodies are built.
But then that head is the same size as the ass.
Yes.
It's like they got a horse head with a horse ass.
That's just wrong.
There
are probably midgets who love your show and now they're not gonna watch it anymore.
I love them.
No, they know, especially they still watch.
If they cute, fuck around and get a snack-sized bite out of it. I'm sorry. Jesus. Is that shaming? I don't know.
I don't know if that's shaming. I think that's complimenting.
Y'all
in
saw the two little twins?
Way.
The two little twin little ones?
I did. No, I didn't.
They get oiled up. They be like slippery little jelly beans. It would be fun, I think.
Oh, my goodness.
I think it would be fun. I'm sorry.
He lost me all the way.
Callers.
Hilarious.
You're on the line, caller. Speak on it. Never trust a big booty and a smile.
Right.
Somebody fronting on our call right now. Just hang up. We'll get them back. We're coming towards the end anyway. If you want to get your thoughts out, you might as well call us right now. Wow, this is crazy, man. How do you approach somebody that you feel is unhealthy? Like, because you're in a relationship, so it's a shared experience, but you still don't perceive it the way that they perceive it.
Right.
You can never really see it through their eyes. You can't see for them. So how do you kind of like help them along without being too pushy and as it pertains to their build? Like, would you break up with somebody that they started off skinny and then blow up shawaited throughout the yes, I created a word. Blow up shawation. It's just continuous burger murdering. Continuous. But they got big all of a sudden. Or gradually. Would you break up over that? Sarah?
I mean, try to make it work. I'm not going to break up with someone for their physical attributes. Now, if it started, like I said before, it's about health. If it starts to affect their health and they're not listening to me, tell them that, you need to do something about this for your health.
So you'd break up with them at the time they need you the most?
No. I wouldn't break up with them. But, like, there comes a point, like, if someone started smoking, and then they wouldn't stop.
What if he was stubborn and he was just like, you love me anyway, goddamn it, you ain't going nowhere. Now you my woman now. I can still, do the thing, everything good. But later on, you're gonna be my caregiver now. So just embrace that.
I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Like, I'd have to see how it affects the relationship.
Oh my God.
It's really hard.
Sarah's
to say.
telling y'all she'd leave.
No,
that's what Sarah's
saying.
saying.
No, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna leave someone I've been with for years
and they
because
blew up?
they got big. No, that's not a reason to leave somebody.
Okay, cool. Sarah says she's gonna stay. Keep eating. Mimi.
Terrible.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, if I met them and they got bigger, I'm going to stay with them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it fun where we can do things together. So I might.
But what if they just say, I don't want to do that shit?
Well,
you know me, girl. I don't want to do that shit. You go on to the park and walk around, meet me back here. Make sure you bring back tuna fish sandwich and
or a double bacon.
If it affects the sex, if it affects the sex, and you lose if you're not attracted to them
you guys
anymore,
hear this?
then yeah,
Are you guys hearing
it's
this?
just gonna naturally come to a clothes.
I hope you guys are listening.
So, just know that.
Right. So
You get a little tardy on the dick, Sarah's leaving. Go ahead.
Right.
Mimi.
It's time to go, right? It's time to go. I think I would try to find ways to encourage them, whether they like smoothies, and try to find ways to make it, better on their health without letting them know that I'm doing that. You know what I mean? Whether it's I'm ordering smoothies.
Oh, I like that.
I might be secretly going to the waitress like, give him the one with the, don't put so much salt on his. He'd be like, damn, every time I order my food, you go to the fucking bathroom. Where you go?
Mimi is a real one.
I'm gonna come find the waitress and change the order a little bit.
Let me give you an example of something. Let me just tell you something that's amazing about what she's saying, and I'm gonna use I'm gonna put it in a different context. Marcus King used to manage Jamie Foxx.
Mm-hmm.
Most comedians, especially in a talking environment or radio environment, they don't want a lot of structure.
Right.
Because comedians like to freestyle off the top of the dome.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where their funny comes from. If they feel like, oh, you got to say this in 30 seconds and then cut the break and then go over here, they're not going to be as funny. They need the freestyle feeling.
Right.
So Marcus once told me, he was like, I got to make sure he feels like it's as free-flowing as it could possibly be.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm constantly putting structure around him and to the point where it's comfortable for him to flow in the structure.
Right.
But if I was overt about how the structure was, it would affect his funny.
Absolutely.
So what you just said is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just want to flow and be just in the vibe of shit. But if you feel the pressure coming from your woman on some healthy shit all the time, I don't want no fucking edamame.
Right.
So good. Why not?
You want me to get some breasts now? Is that what you want?
Right.
You better bring that motherfucking steak and the A1 in here and stop bullshitting with these seeds. You gotta eat no goddamn seeds with you. Fuck. Get that steak in here. I'm just saying, but you gotta cajole it a little, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about you?
I like junk food too.
Speak in that microphone, please.
I would mix it up. Like, we could have a day for him to, you want to do burgers? Let's do burgers, boo.
Hell yeah.
Then the next day, we're going to do seeds. And you're going to like these seeds.
I'm not liking none of
And we're
that.
going to do some hiking too with these seeds.
not
We're
doing
going
none
up
of
a
that
mountain today. And then next day, we could do a movie. Hang out. Eat some popcorn.
You make sure that you put some fucking burger on my seeds.
Right.
That's what
So
you
I
do.
think it's all about balance in a relationship or even in your lifestyle. You should balance it out, make it, healthy, but also make it a team. Don't make it all about you, because then once you just say what you think is good for him, he's going to feel like you're being his mom, or you're being like you're too good. Like you're too
You
good for me.
perfect?
Right.
Is that what it is?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You gonna go to heaven before I do because
right.
you got a bag of quinoa? Fuck is going on?
So, yeah. So I think it's important just to make it about both of you guys just eating well.
But Tiffany, at what point do you get to the place where you just say, you know what, it's okay?
I
Fuck
don't
your
know.
build. Fuck your eating habits. I love you.
So I kind of had to do
Sarah's
that
like-
in this hope that I could lead by example the lifestyle that I hoped we could have, because I lived through all of those examples, and like, people are just gonna be who they are. So like, I lost 30 pounds before coming to California while my husband gained it. Right? I was like, I can make this same food.
So
We can
you
do the
ate less and fed him more. That's evil.
Well, no, I decided to do like a really intense program because of my stomach condition. I wanted to get to a certain place, be healthier, be fitter. And so I was like, you can do this program with me. I'll cook you everything I'm cooking. I do that. But we actually lived with his parents at the time. Or you can opt to just do whatever they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so he did what they were doing, and I did what I was doing. I lost 30 and he gained 30. So by the time we got to California, he decided, baby, I want to do what you're doing. I was like, that's fine. I woke up every morning before he went to work and made those smoothies. I got up, made the smoothie for him before work. I cooked the food. And so I think the best example is to try to lead by example. And then if that's the lifestyle they want to participate in, they will, because then still on the weekends he would Baconator it up or whatever. Like, so we weren't 100% in sync, but like when he saw like how good I felt and how active I was able to be because of the lifestyle I had chosen to live and how that was even helping my career, he was like, okay, that makes sense. Gaining 30 pounds and not fitting my suit anymore didn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to buy new suits.
Yeah.
So,
and also, you can, like, for me, like, I like doing yoga dates. So I like turning my living room into, like, a yoga studio and, like, having candles.
Yoga.
And that is an incentive.
Let me just say.
Incentive to get them to do some yoga.
Let me just say right now. Let me just speak on the yoga date situation.
You're not going on no yoga date.
That's what you say until you start seeing these yoga outfits.
Let me just say, I'm not going. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get to. Like, on the voyeur side of the game. See, like the inner voyeur in me would be like, sure, the yoga date. I'll be there to observe. But I'm not going to play Twister with you.
You're not?
But I am going to watch. I'm going to be like, do that stretch again. This time, half speed.
Oh my God. I'm like, yoga ain't even fast as it is.
I'm going to turn it into some other shit. But only reason why I'm pushing back a little bit is because you gotta remember, when it comes to relationship, it's two individuals relating.
Yeah, so you can't make them do anything
at all. And somebody somewhere said people got to think the same in order to be compatible.
Oh, that's never gonna happen. You're gonna
or
be
people
very
have to be on the same page and all of that. Somebody somewhere said this is how that works. That's my point. I think where that comes into play is outcomes, but how you get there is different, individual to individual.
Right.
You see what I mean? It's kind of crazy, man. I just love the way you guys have answered the questions tonight. This was very good. On a scale of 1 to 10, Mimi, how superficial are you? Y'all know I be coming with these questions.
On a scale to 1 to 10.
1 to 10. Right now.
I'll give it a 8, 7, 8.
Damn.
That's high.
Like, nigga, you better be cute. Don't come in here shabby. You better be cute.
7, 8. I mean, I feel like if I'm offering something that I think they should be happy about, like I feel like I bring a lot to the table, then I want
that
the
red
same
cat
thing
suit.
at the table. You feel me? Like we both need to be complimenting the table, not just me. He needs to be complimentary too. You know?
I love it. Sarah?
See, I
Scale of 1 to 10.
understand that.
How superficial?
I'm like a 4. I'm really not. All right, well,
Okay.
y'all haven't
Look, wait,
seen
we're going to come
everybody
back
I've
to you.
dated. Y'all haven't seen everybody I've dated.
I better see Sherman Clump in order to get that 4.
Right, there's no Shermans.
Okay, so by default, you can't be a 4.
No, but I'm definitely below, like, I would say 5 is the average. I will definitely date.
We're going to come back to you.
Well, 5 is the middle. 5 is the middle.
You're in
1
the
through
middle?
10.
You just told us about the Timbs and the V-neck and the muscles.
I said that's the old me.
The old you was 16 months ago. Okay.
It's like years. It's like years ago.
She young. Franny.
I would say 6, 7.
Then a motherfucker. These are some body shaming niggas in here right now. Okay, go.
No, I like what I like. I love everybody, but I like what I like.
Right.
Yeah. So you don't like everybody. Cool. Thank you. Jesus. What are we doing here? Women. Didn't I say that? Just okay, cool.
Men are worse.
No, you guys already
not.
said you
They're
guys
not.
were worse.
Men are very
It's too late.
forgiving. Men are very forgiving.
Tiffany?
I would say like a 7, 8 because I also feel part of that is I'm able to. Like, I attract 7'8", so I get to have 7'8". So I'm not ashamed to say I'm a 7'8" superficial because I still attract them. Now, if there was a period where that was an issue, I like 7'8" and I couldn't pull a 7'8", then that would be a problem.
That's fucked up. Based on your youth and your cute, that's when you gonna slide your scale. Cool.
Right.
Well, I'm blessed that I know I'll be looking this way for a minute. So
You'll get to that bridge when you cross it. Okay, cool.
I will.
All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason shall conclude. This was a great topic, great conversation. We're closed on Monday, so no voice of reason or So What show Monday. But we'll be back Wednesday with another heater. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you. Zoe Williams, I'm out.
Peace.